to a brand new episode of All Gas, No Trash. I'm your adorable, much loved sidekick, Josh. Here today with good buddy host, Adam.
True story. Okay, so we are here with respect to talking about Twin Temple's latest single in anticipation of their third album that they'll be releasing at some point. I don't have the release date, but I could find that before the end of the episode. But yeah, so this new single that we're going to be checking out is called Doom Lovers, and we'll see how it plays out. I'm not sure what to expect from this group, as they have their niche of music that they commit to on the regular, which is satanic doo-wop or doo-wop music in with the aesthetic of Satanism. There is quite a bit to talk about, so I do want to address a few things regarding the band that recently happened that were pretty interesting. So I'm gonna go ahead and put a timestamp for this. What is this? 150?
Yeah.
Okay. So recently they got kicked off of a set of shows with this artist named Charley Crockett, who I guess kicked him off of.
Wait, like they booted him off the tour?
Yeah.
For what?
For being satanic.
Well, they didn't know that when they booked him?
Yeah, I don't.
What the
like,
fuck?
you couldn't fucking tell, like, from the music.
Did they listen to nothing and look at nothing? They were like, oh, Twin Temple. Yeah, let's call them up. Like,
yeah, I don't know what it was specifically, but this dude decided to kick them off their tour or whatever it was.
What is he, like a Christian rock artist or something?
Well, it's country, so man. Like, what do you figure?
Those people do not like Satanism. Yeah. They're very Jesus loving, so that sounds like a bad idea.
Okay, but here's the funny thing. Shortly afterwards, Jack White, whom people might know for the White Stripes and Seven Nation Army and all that, but then he also had a solo career, so he's decided to bring on Twin Temple. The irony is that, if I'm not mistaken, Jack White is somebody that is a practicing Catholic.
Okay.
So for somebody like that to openly welcome Twin Temple, even though he has a group that is, I guess, directly opposed to his own religious beliefs, and still being open enough to welcome them on the tour, that says a lot about a person and what, like, the United States should be, is practicing in actuality, like in real life, freedom of religion, right? Everybody has the right to believe whatever they want, and also not be prejudiced towards any specific group, which this asshole apparently had a thing for Twin Temple to just kick them off, and just because they're Satanists, fuck them. Like, I don't want to help them make money or I guess help them in their career. Whereas Jack White is like, oh man, that sucks. Why don't you guys hop on tour with me and we can, have a good time, make some cash and shit, right?
It's like that episode in South Park when Butters is like, bitch, when you want to make some real motherfucking money.
Yeah. So, like, in that regard, I think this is what our country is all about, to have people that have opposing beliefs but willing to put aside things to coexist, right? If it's driven by money by both parties to have the best possible outcome, that they're gonna just kill it on tour and make a bunch of money, have people come out to their shows and stuff. If that's the reason that they can settle their differences and coexist, fine, whatever, that's cool. But if it's deeper than that, and to say that he wants to be friends with them and thinks they're making some really awesome music, that's fucking cool too. Like, that's even better than the first thing.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, I also think that an artist that's on the level of like a Jack White, right?
Right.
I don't think they would ever let something like morals or religion get in the way of making money. So
yeah,
obviously, yeah, you can be practicing whatever, but he's at least smart enough to know that his fans probably aren't super religious.
Yeah.
And okay, cool. What a great thing to recognize and say, well, this is something that I think my fans would like. And, sure, a lot of people don't care about the messaging behind music, all right? Nobody's reading into shit like we are. I mean, I think the general average music consumer is just listening to shit for, like, the sound. They like the beat. They like the fuck whatever. I mean, they're not like delving into the meanings behind it. So I think he's smart enough to say, hey, this sounds all right. This sounds pretty good. I think my audience would like it. Man, why don't I include them on this?
Yeah, I mean, if there were, I hate saying this, but if there were a strategic purpose to be had, and not like some, I don't think somebody like Jack White necessarily needs it, but let's say he's entering the twilight years of his career, right? There's times when people that are kind of on the outs that start doing collaborations or features with things that are trending. Like something else that happened is that Jack White has also collaborated, if I'm not mistaken, with this that Canadian group Angine de Poitvin that I showed you.
Oh yeah.
Like those weird experimental rock shit. Like he started to work with them too. So like, what's the best way to never really come out of the spotlight is to always kind of have yourself in circulation of things that are relevant and stuff. Maybe it's not necessarily that Jack White is in decline. I think a lot of people enjoy his music, but let's say if he was concerned about the spotlight on himself, that he would start associating himself with things that are tied up in the music realm or the music mainstream, right? So this is something that recently happened that got a lot of attention. So why not try to attach yourself to it? So
I mean, that makes sense. I mean, that's the best way to fight irrelevancy, is to be involved with things that are relevant,
Yeah.
So yeah, I whatever. Probably a good move. I mean, listen, man, he's fucking probably smarter than all of us. Like, of course, this is gonna be a good move for him.
Oh no, I firmly believe that Jack White is. I'm not to not to wash his balls, but he seems like somebody that's extremely diligent about everything he does. I mean, there was like this fucking rock documentary that had Robert Plant. Or not Robert Plant, fucking Jimmy Page, The Edge from U2, and Jack White. And this dude had like this, I don't know, it wasn't a 2x4, but it was like a piece of wood with one single string. And he had an input and he just hooked it up to an amp or whatever and made that his guitar, just to prove that ingenuity is like possible with literally anything. And then Jimmy Page was talking about his creative process, and then asshole Edge, like with no talent whatsoever, just turned on the reverb to his guitar, and like everybody was like, like, why do we have you on this documentary again? But I think I want to believe that there was good intent behind this move. It wasn't just, hey, we could make a lot of money together. I want to believe that this is somebody that was like, man, that sucks. That band got done dirty. Let's see if we could do something about it. And anyways, that's all kind of tangentially related to Twin Temple. So I do want to just transition over to talking about this track Doomed Lovers, which is
I forgot that's the whole reason we were doing
this. So it is the, I guess, leading single to come out of their third album. I'm sure there's going to be more on the way. So we're just going to do basically a reaction to the track. So if you want to pull it up on your digital streaming platform of choice, if you want to click on the links that we have available in the podcast episode description, you can click on that as well. And I think we'll more than likely have it on YouTube as one of the end cards if you want to wait till the end of the episode to check that out. Whatever way you want to actually listen, we'll have it available for you. And once again, we're not a podcast that actually streams or plays music on the podcast, because we run into issues of the rights holders possibly suing us and all that crap, and then getting penalized by YouTube.
And then like, we also don't want them coming after us, because like on some of the stuff, if it's something that one of us doesn't like, they'll just tell us to take it down, and then the shit will go taken down. So I mean, I'm sure if we were just giving glowing reviews, they would not say shit. But we're not doing that. We're just not even risking it. So anyways, all right.
Yeah, so that's basically it. We're gonna check out the tune. So pull it up on your digital streaming platform of choice. This is Doom Lovers from Twin Temple going in. All right, welcome back. That was Twin Temple with Doom Lovers. Let us know what you think in the comments. If you have anything to share, if you're a fan or if you hate the track, let us know. Man, okay. I I will start off in saying that I've been a fan of Twin Temple for quite some time. Not nearly. Okay, so it wasn't from the get-go, like from the very beginning. I think they started in like 2018 or whatever, but probably around the time that they released their debut album. So it's probably been, what, like 7 years at this point. I have loved both albums they released, their first one and the second one, God Is Dead. I thought they had some really funny, like, witty lyricism to, I guess, combine Satanism with, I guess, feminism, I guess. If there were something to point out specifically as an example is like Alexandra talking about how she thinks fucking isn't something for her to procreate. Like it's something she does recreationally. It's fun to her. It's like, I guess she finds power in that to use sex not only as like a weapon, but also something she does to have fun, I guess, or whatever. And, defying our biological roles and stuff. That's an example. But for me, this song is just probably one of the most uninspired tracks that I've heard from Twin Temple, and I even think the cover art is kind of fucking lazy because it's just it's them with like tears on their face, and it's a black background with calligraphy text, a gothic text, and their name in like Benton bold or whatever the fuck it is. It kind of looks like the Marvel font, but I thought it was one of the laziest songs that they have ever written, and I feel like I had to preface with saying that, like, I am a fan of their music. We've done an album review for God Is Dead when it initially came out, and it's starting to be a little bit concerning that it almost feels like they're running out of material potentially, and they possibly have written themselves in the corner to really commit to this whole satanic thing. Like where else can they fucking go? And the song itself, melodically, it was just like a flat fucking line consistently all the way through. It had long drawn out notes. That, I don't know, it just made it really monotonous and kind of a slog to listen to. And I mean, instrumentally, like it's interesting because it's the doo-wop sound or whatever, but it really doesn't go anywhere fascinating. It's talking about, or at least from what I can recall from the song itself, I think it's talking about like potentially a partner dying, and they're doomed lovers because everybody's gonna die at some point, and at some point that person's gonna have to move on and shit. But that's like as much as I could take away from hearing. I didn't actually get to read the lyrics. I know you were kind of looking at it, but yeah, that's my first impression. Not to say that this whole album can't be good, but this wasn't the best way to open people's ears to this third album.
Yeah, about halfway through the song, I just started hearing the chant, same old shit, same old shit, same old shit. Because this is, and I think you're right, I think we are getting into that territory potentially with this. And again, this is just the fucking one song.
Yeah.
And they haven't released any other ones, right? That's going to be on this upcoming album.
No.
So we could be, it's too early to tell.
Yeah.
But that specific song, taken in its own realm by itself without the rest of the context of the album, it is now starting to lean towards they've run out of shit, like you said. The same old shit. I will say this was a departure from, because I do remember when we did that album review, the feminism kind of stuff. This, as reading the lyrics, this read to me as, this was Overly Obsessed Girlfriend, the meme, the song. Because she basically says, like, I know you're not, like, you would just live. You would just live if I died. But I want the kind of love where, like, if you die, I'm gonna kill myself because that's how much I love you. I'm overly obsessed with you.
Yeah.
Even though I know you're not. That's not really like feminism. That's like over dependent. That's again overly obsessed girlfriend. The meme.
Yeah, it's an embellishment, like playing up a relationship or whatever and being dramatic.
Right.
But,
yes.
yeah.
But that's how it kind of like read. But that's not like I don't know, whatever. Like that's not like overtly feminism or the kind of stuff that they've done before.
Yeah, and they just wrote so much better lyrics in their past two albums. Oh my god, like the.
Well, hold on. Let's reserve the judgment. Yeah, this song didn't like it.
Yeah,
kind of garbage. It was, you know what it was? It was safe.
It was safe. Yeah, it was safe.
I think that's what, at least for me, and I feel like you probably are gonna feel the same way. I think that what their appeal was that it was very risky. They took a lot of risks. And
they said blasphemous stuff. They said, yeah.
Well, not only that, but like musically, melodically, they took a lot of risks in that album that we listened to, and it paid off, I think.
Yeah.
Those were good risks to take. This one was not. This was safe. This song was safe. And maybe that's their strategy. Maybe we released the safe kind of like there were no overtly satanic themes in this at all. Mm-hmm. There was nothing that would suggest about this song that would suggest that they are satanic or whatever, right? This was a safe bet all the way around. Lyrically, melodically, it was just very safe and kind of like.
It was just flat, dude. It was.
Flat's the best way to put it.
Yeah,
I mean, safe. It's safe.
Yeah.
No risk taken.
Yeah.
This was a roller coaster that just went straight across and then stopped at the end, and that was it.
Yeah, I mean, dude, for the last album, God Is Dead, one of the leading singles was "Let's Have a Satanic Orgy." It's like meeting in the forest and fucking and
Shit was great.
Yeah, shit was great, and it's like oh my god, it's a mambo song with satanic lyrics, what they're into, and it's like provocative. Even if you're not into Satanism or whatever, it's appealing because it's like, oh my god, these are things that I don't really know about, and it's actually kind of scary and weird, but it's intriguing. It's
Since that last out, like, have they had any changes in like management or like label or anything like that?
I don't know, because I think from what I can tell on the credits of this song, I think they released their own music on there because it's Pentagrammaton Records, I imagine, is their own record label.
I mean, that could be.
But like, as far as I don't know. I don't know where else maybe they had like a change in personnel that would maybe fucking encourage them to pivot in some.
Their own, it's their own label.
So it's their own record label. But I don't know, man. This thing just did not sit well with me. I felt like they took more chances and were far more bolder. I mean, dude, the cover of God Is Dead was them like kissing and there was a church on fire. Like, like if that isn't blasphemous enough, fuck, dude. I mean, this just doesn't feel on par with what they've done in the past. Like it's kind of a little on the disappointing side. So I don't really have much more to add without like retreading what I've already said. But that doesn't mean that I'm not looking forward to the album. We're probably going to review it and and see what happens. But this was not the single to really invite people back into their music. It's kind of a disappointment. So with that said, I guess we're gonna end the episode and we'll see what happens once we get to the actual album release itself. And if there is something to quickly mention to cap off the episode, we have, let me see the time. Sorry.
Oh shit.
So we have the album itself coming out on October 9th. If you're a fan of them, you can mark that on your calendar and be keen to look out for it. So that's going to be the end of the episode. I don't know how this episode's going to be received, but whatever. We had to be honest, man. We had to be honest.
Like, we're not going to glaze your ball sack, all right? Yeah. I mean, unless you're Jack White, of course, you're going to, Adam will glaze your ball sack. But, I mean, look, man, we got to call a spade, all right? Like, it is what it is. And look, again, I think we were fair in saying that, hey, we haven't heard the whole rest of the album. This is just the first offering. Maybe, who knows, dude? They could be trying to get picked up by another label. Maybe the independent route ain't going so good for them. Maybe now Jack White, they're like, hey, maybe we can get something mainstream, I guess, and get a larger audience if we tone down the Satanism and, maybe they're selling out. I don't fucking know. Who knows?
Yeah, who knows? Maybe Jack White will sign them to Third Man Records and they want some concessions or something. Who the fuck knows?
Who knows? Anyways, all right, that's the end of the episode. We'll catch you guys on the next one.